I feel like there's two sides to that. There's one side कि मैंने सपना देख लिया है कि ये पिक्चर आएगी, मेरी जिंदगी बदल जाएगी, ये वो सपने जो हम देखते हैं. And and I think that that is actually something that is way beyond our control. What is in our control is the work that we do and the honesty that we give it. So Nishanji has been the biggest milestone in my career, and it will for always be the most special experience because I learned so much on that set. I learned not just how to be a better actor, I learned how to be a better person. मैंने खुद को अपनाना सिखाया था उस फिल्म के दौरान because working with Anurag it's a masterclass in life, genuinely. And I think that today I stand here a year later. It's been almost a year since the film released, and I feel so much pride that I was a part of it and so much gratitude that I got to be a part of it. अब फिल्म का जो होता है वो एक होता है कि बॉक्स ऑफिस में पिक्चर ने कैसे की थी, which is there in the papers, it is there on the internet for everybody to see. But then what did the movie do for me? On a personal level, it's as I told you, it really helped me grow as an actor and as a person. It also opened so many doors for me in the industry. I think that after you work with someone like Anurag, there's a certain respect that people give you in the industry. They treat you like an actor, you know, and that's all really that we can strive to achieve. And I'm so grateful for that. It really opened a lot of a lot of doors for me. So I'm eternally grateful for that experience. I don't think there'll ever be a day in my life where I still don't get butterflies that I got to be a part of that journey. You know, there were so many like there's a new Instagram term, right? Core memory. I have so many core memories attached to that project. It led me here. In fact, that led me here. I remember that right after that, and I remember Karan, casting director, told me that Sharanya had seen, I think we had released a song Jhoole Jhoole Lal, and Sharanya apparently called him after that and said, I like this girl, I want her. So, you know, you never know. And here I'm sitting here and I'm talking about how special Nishanchi was. Musafir is like a whole other thing. You know, it's like it's given me so much love in my life, for myself, for people around me. Hopefully it'll get me audiences love also. I was actually promoting my last film Nishanchi at the time that I got this call from Karan Mali, and he's a friend of mine. And he called me and he said, and for years actually, for years and years I've been telling him ki you don't cast me in anything, you're not giving me good projects, and he called me and he's like, I have something, and I have something that might actually be perfect for you. And I was so deep in Nishanchi at the time. I was so consumed by it. And honestly, I remember going for the audition, not the first audition, but one of the later few auditions. I remember it gave me so much respite. And I remember telling him audition के बाद कि यार मुझे इतना मजा आया ये audition देकर. And in fact, the teaser that we had released, where there's that scene in which he's like, मैं 2 बार इसके बच्चे की माँ बनते बनते बच चुकी हूँ. That was my audition scene. So बहुत मजा आया था audition देने में. And then I remember calling him late at night and I was like, हाँ करण बहुत मजा आया, ये तो करना ही है. Yeah, that was my, and then the chemistry test that we had to do with Vikrant, it screen test. But I think that, I mean, I can speak for both of us. After they had shortlisted all the girls for Sudha and Preeti respectively, then we had a chemistry test with Vikrant, because the thing is, and you asked me about OTT and a series and stuff like that. What a series does, it gives you time as an audience member to really connect with the character. And in a story like Musafir Café, where there's predominantly 3 characters, and it's just a story based on feelings, if you as an audience member don't feel for us as individuals and for our relationships, then where is the show going to go? So, and no matter how good the writing is, right? Because you have to feel for those characters. So I think that they were absolutely certain in their thinking ki we need these characters to work for us on screen and we need their chemistry to create magic. So I guess they saw some magic, which is why both of us are sitting here. First, I want to say that Komal, you said कि Musafir, the world of Musafir is a easy breezy है. But I have to warn you कि हम आपका दिल भी तोड़ने वाले हैं. So, because love is like that. Love is complicated and love is messy. But it's also beautiful. As for coming onto the OTT space in a romantic project, I've always dreamed of being in a love story. I've been telling earlier I used to tell my family and my friends, and more recently I used to tell my agency that, मुझे love story करनी है. So for me, it feels like destiny, to be doing this project. And in a way that I remember when I read Sudha for the first time, read Musafir for the first time, and when I started deep diving into Sudha as a character, I related so much to her on all levels and in so much depth, in a way that I wasn't even aware that I related to her. And I think that there was so much truth that I found in myself through her. So it really does feel like destiny. It really does feel. I do believe that. And Sharanya and I had a conversation very recently in which I got quite emotional, and I told her, I said, I feel like Sudha was meant for me. And she was like, and you were meant for Sudha. I was like, yeah. मैं सच बोलूं तो दिल टूटा था मेरा, like genuinely, because you and I think it's especially sad when you can't understand it, because what also happened was that I got so much love for that film. I don't think I read a bad review. I don't think anyone said anything negative about the movie. So then it gets a little confusing, right? कि मतलब सब अच्छा ही बोल रहे तो क्यों नहीं चली picture? But these are not creative things. This is a whole other side of the business, which as an actor I don't think that we should ever get involved in, and we should never associate with. Of course, we all dream of having box office successes. We all dream of having successful shows and films. But as an actor, all we can do is give it our best. I think, like Mahima said, you never want to restrict your dreams. The idea is the fact that we are sitting here today is because we had those big dreams, right? Like, if you asked like a 13-year-old version of Vedika if I would be sitting here, maybe not. But I'm here. So every day that we are on this journey, some childhood dream of yours is being fulfilled, right? Of course there are the dream directors, and list बना के थक गई हूँ मैं कि मतलब in manifestation list, रात को late night when the full moon is out, you're like, I wish I work with this person, and I wish that I get this movie and this, and all of that will always stand. But I think one of the most integral parts of this industry, or navigating this industry, is uncertainty. We never know what we're doing next. We never know what opportunity is going to present itself, and we never know how those opportunities are going to convert into reality. So I'm standing here today, and Musafir Café is a dream project. But if 2 years ago, Komal, I was sitting with you and you asked me for my dream project, I wouldn't have said Musafir Café, because, I didn't write Sharanya and Ruchir's name on my list at night. So I don't want to restrict it, because who knows what my dreams entail. Even I don't know. They're so big.